Hello my bessies, welcome to this channel. It's your girl Susu here. If you are not subscribed yet, please do well to subscribe, support this channel, like this video, comment and share. Thank you.
You know how they say onye mama do nebu madu? This is the case here. I was friends with Grace and Steph. I'm going to paint a picture of the dynamics. Grace and Steph attended the same high school. They were both friends first before I came in the picture.
Okay.
Steph was married. Okay. Grace wasn't.
Okay.
Of course, I met Grace before I met Steph.
Okay.
Grace brought me into their friendship. Lovely girls, two of them. We got vibing. We were living life, doing things together. I would try not to go to Steph's house very often because, again, she's a married woman. You want to give her that respect.
Okay.
But her place was very comfortable because they had swimming pool, just comfortable overall. So we would always find ourselves ending up at Steph's place.
Okay.
Steph was an overall just a generous person. Like, you could come in, do whatever you want. She didn't really care. Plus, she was coming for money and her husband was working as a den with Shell. So he would always be at the rig work and then come back probably like twice or three times in a month.
Okay.
So on this occasion, I was at Steph's house with Grace. The husband comes back. Of course, your friend's husband comes, you say hi, we exchange pleasantries.
Normal.
But I noticed there was this funny smile with Grace. At that point, it didn't mean anything. Genuinely, honestly, I must say, it didn't mean anything. They were friends before I came. And by the way, just for context, Grace, Steph's husband, all three of them went to the same high school. They attended the same high school. So, Of course, they knew themselves. He came back. There was this thing. I don't know how to say it in English, but when somebody knows somebody behind your back. Do you get?
There's more to it.
2 occasions, Steph and the husband had an issue, okay? And she had shared it with us, the both of us. It wasn't a big deal. The small misunderstanding between very young couples. So I was like, what? Let him not stress you. And then Grace said, have you tried to confront him and talk about this thing? Which is not a bad advice. Looking back at it now. She said, okay, she was going to do that. Fast forward to this day, I had a date and I didn't want to go by myself. So I told Grace, can you come? Can you chaperone? After a while, Grace says, oh, by the way, somebody's going to join us. So I was like, what was the mystery, man? Trying to tease her. Then she said, it's nobody. He's just going to stop by to give me something and leave. So I said, okay. We continued our date. And after 30 minutes, let's call Steph's husband Uche. Uche shows up. When I saw Uche, I know Uche. Uche is Steph's husband, okay? So I said, oh, hi, Uche. So I tapped her, Uche. Because I felt like it was just a coincidence that he came to where we were, okay? Not knowing that Uche was the person Grace was expecting. Uche comes in, I get up to, to hug Uche. She did the same. I said, oh, meet my friend. I told him the guy's name. They both shook hands. And so I was like, what are you doing here? Then he said, he's just dropping off something with Grace. So I said, oh, Grace is the person you're expecting. She said, yes.
And that's something
in my
was
mind, I didn't think anything of anything. Again, Uche, Grace, and Steph were friends. So it didn't mean anything to me. But this is the second time that something is happening behind, or like something is happening that I should be taking note of. That incident passed. We went to Steph's house. It was like a barbecue thing, an evening. And when Grace gets up to go inside, Uche will get up to go inside. I noticed it twice, but again, I just came. Okay, I didn't just come, but these people were friends before I came into their picture. Like I said, Steph didn't really care for anything. The girl was just happy to be on earth, living her life, and just, One evening, I was with Grace. Her phone rang. So we have this thing where if our phone rings, like if you're not there, I could pick your call and tell the person to call back, you're not there. So the phone rings. It doesn't say Uche. Picked the call and I said hi. Then the person said hi. So I said, oh, sorry, Grace is not here. Do you want to call back? Then the person said, oh, sure. So it's Uche's voice. Okay. Again, there's really nothing there, right? So when she comes, I'm like, girl, your phone rang. I told the person you're not here to call back. She said, okay, thank you. Takes the phone and she checks and said, oh, it's Uche. So I said, Steph's husband? Then she said, yeah, I said, I thought as much, but you don't have his number saved. Then she said, not really. So I said, why? She said it's a long story.
Long story.
So I said, Grace, what's up? Because Uche had stopped by the other day and you guys are talking like, what's up? Is this okay? Then she said, it's a long story, but it is what it is. So I said, what do you mean it is what it is? Auntie, come, please.
Come clean.
What are you easing? What is not easy? What's up? What's going on? Because now I'm beginning to put 1 and 2 together and it's starting to feel like 2 of them have something going on. But I don't want to jump into conclusion. So she said, what do you think? I said, no, don't ask me what I think.
I don't
You cannot
think
put that on me. I don't think anything. There's no way on earth that I'll be thinking that you're dating your friend's husband. I can't be thinking that. Like, obviously not.
You're not supposed to
But are
think
you
that.
dating Stephanie's husband? She said, not, she wouldn't call it dates. So I said, girl, pump your brakes.
Lagos girl.
Like, hold up. Scratch that. You wouldn't call it date. You have something to do with this guy. Wait, I'm not. Ma, please have a seat, ma. We
Have
need
a
to
seat.
talk. What do you mean
wow.
you will not call it date? What will you call it? What are you doing with him? Then she said, something happened sometime, something led to something. They ended up having, you know. My first question is this. Does Steph knows that
Something
happened sometime and you ended up having something with her husband? Is she aware of this? Because if she's aware, then what's my business? She's like, she doesn't know. She doesn't think so. So I said, well, but this is abnormal though. This is not right. You go to this girl's house, you eat her food, you literally spend her money sometimes. She takes you like a sister. And then here you are telling me that you don't know. And you were speaking with her husband.
Chai.
Whoa, please, cut this. Just switch off this radio. It's giving frequency not found. Change the freaking channel. Okay? I got pissed. I left and I said, you know what? Miss me with this BS. Mind you, Grace had borrowed around 580,000 naira from Steph. Okay? And after some days, she reached out and said she wants to talk to me. Go to me.
Number 1, this story needs to get part 2. It cannot end here. Please, anybody that see the source of the part 2, send it to me. I need to hear the story. So, Grace, they collect money from husband, they collect from wife. The old wife, they shop husband. Wow. Who see woman not wrong? Leg the pin up. I fear will not fear woman. According to my friend Extreme, I fear will not fear you. You did knock your friend husband. And you they get mine, they go a house. That one they play, they laugh. You know, no say that who poison them. Now they follow do friends. So if you see snake and some women, you're both buy the woman first before you attend to the snake, because wow, some of you have got guts. Nothing will not go see for this Lagos. So you are a married young lady and you have single friends, and your husband has money, is driving Benz. And you think your single friends are just liking you for no reason. You don't know say your husband is part of the hustle. Continue be playing there. I bet we'll see the part 2. Just said that to me.